And the second quality I want to talk about is sensitivity. So our feminine personality is attuned to the human person in a particular way. We notice things. We notice when others are down or upset or lonely or embarrassed or excited and happy. And we know right now we are in a world lonelier than ever. I think it might have been last fall that the Netflix CEO actually said that Netflix exists fundamentally to eliminate loneliness. And I thought, how sad. No amount of binge watching is ever going to be enough for the human heart. The human heart needs and deserves so much more. And truly, I think it's a return to authentic femininity is what will meet this need in the hearts of those that we love and in our own heart. As women, we have really a gift in cultivating community, in extending hospitality and nourishing hearts. And it doesn't stop there. The feminine heart has a particular tenderness and strength to suffer with others. We see this in action at the foot of the cross. Mary and the women were there, remaining with Jesus through his suffering and death. They weren't bystanders. They were suffering with the one that they loved. And there is something really deep within a woman's love that knows to stay, to be with the other, especially in great trials, suffering alongside the other. And before I served in this mission, I worked with women who are pregnant and vulnerable, often to abortion. And one woman I worked with, I'll call her Diane. She was pregnant and really, really overwhelmed with life circumstances. She already had children. She was in an abusive relationship. And she was very much trying to actually move across country. And she had determined kind of housing and work out west, but really felt hopeless in being able to relocate her family. So helpless and fearful of her future that she had scheduled herself for an abortion on a Thursday of that week. So I'm finding out on Wednesday, the day before, that she's scheduled the very next day for an abortion. And so that same day, the day before, I send an email out to all of our coworkers, men and women who help us serve women in ways that are just natural for them. And I just send out this email kind of just asking, does anybody have frequent flyer miles? Does anybody have the capacity to buy flights? And I kind of explain a little bit of the situation just in hopes, really to instill hope in her, that people want to walk with her, that God is with her and he will provide. So literally within an hour, I received an email, not only offering to purchase the tickets, but the details had even been arranged. They'd sort of thought through that the person shouldn't have a connection so that the kids would be easier to travel with, the dates, the times, everything. And I was so overwhelmed. And I couldn't imagine how somebody could have acted so quickly. And I didn't recognize the name of the coworker. So when I called, the gentleman who sent the email, he explained. And he said, well, sister, today my wife suffered a miscarriage. And when she saw your email, she knew she wanted to help. And I was so taken aback that here's this woman who has lost the life she's carrying within her in her own deep suffering, and yet she was so sensitive to the needs of another mother and her need to care for her children. And immediately I called Diane and we're both just sort of in shock and began crying on the phone. And Diane just couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe that another woman who didn't even know her, who's suffering her own loss, could extend herself in this way. And really by the grace of God and the goodness and generosity and sensitivity of this couple, Diane canceled the appointment and at the abortion clinic. And not only was she able to move across country and carry her child to term, but she asked if the couple had chosen a name for their child. And she incorporated that name into the life that she was carrying. And to just think that really a woman's sensitive heart, when a woman's sensitive heart is moved towards another, it has the power to generate life even out of death. And the world is in such desperate need of this sensitivity, this gift that women have. And we can all think, who are the people in my life right now in need of my sensitivity, the gift of my sensitivity?